$82,000, 10 roadside stands, 6 weeks of selling, and 0 employees.
When I was actually 8 years old, my sister, who's a few years older than me, was going on a trip to Romania, work in an orphanage over the Christmas break. So she had to raise $2,000 before she was able to go. And since we lived on a back road and we had access to land, my parents have a farm. So we decided, let's try growing some pumpkins and just selling them at the side of the road and see if we could raise some money.
What started as a quarter-acre garden to fund a mission trip turned into an $82,000 farm empire. This is Joel Conrad's story.
So that first year, we planted about 1/4 of an acre, planted them by hand, did everything by hand. That was our summer job. And then come the fall time, we sold them at 2 little roadside stands that year, one at our farm and one just outside a little town nearby. We sold $2,000 worth of pumpkins pretty easily.
But there was a problem. Their farm sat on a back road, which got maybe 3 cars an hour.
The stand at our place at my parents' farm, there's maybe 3 cars an hour. So there's not a lot of traffic on that road. And maybe our neighbors will buy a pumpkin and it's just not a very good stand.
Most farmers would have accepted it, blamed the location, stayed small, but Joel saw an opportunity.
Yeah, the thinking is, why is this stand not very good? And how can we make it better? How can we grow this a little bit to sell a bit more? Where can we put more stands? How can we keep on selling more?
Instead of waiting for customers to find his back road, Joel would go to roads where customers already were.
We just realized that it all came down to location. We decided, okay, if this thing is growing and if we're on busier roads and more people are stopping, we need better spots to stop. So we started looking for different criteria that would be good for spots. So is it safe for the people to turn off the road and can they turn around while they are off the road? Is it easy for me to unload pumpkins at the spot? Is the visibility good? Just these simple questions that we had to ask, trying to think of where the stands go. So every year after that, we continued to grow pumpkins and sell pumpkins and started that way. And then over the past 3 or 4 years, we've really expanded and put up more stands and made it a bit of a bigger business now. So that was how it began. And so far we keep on selling out. So we're going to add a little bit more again this year and see what happens.
Joel just didn't build stands, he engineered a system. All stands were exactly the same, on trailers, completely mobile. By 2019, the math was staggering.
The big stands will sell way more. Like one of the good ones last year might have sold $14,000 and a slower stand might have sold $3,000. So obviously the bigger stand is going to take way more pumpkins. But then there's also, like I was saying, we sell bales of straw and we sell corn bunches, like corn stalk bunches for people's front porches. We do sell quite a bit of those products as well.
10 stands, 11 acres of pumpkins, 6 weeks of sales.
Fertilizer, the spray, the seeds, those are really the 3 big things. So the seeds, let's say $2,000, the fertilizer, $1,000, then the pesticides, another $2,000 all in.
That's $5,000 over 11 acres or per acre?
Yeah, no, over 11 acres. That's everything. That's like the seeds we planted for that cost, the fertilizer and the pesticides are sprayed for that cost. Like a company comes and sprays them for us. So that's all work that's just done. Those are the costs for them. There's the rent, like those are fixed costs that we have every year. But all in for fixed costs, usually it's between $8,000 to $10,000. To run the stands and everything, those would be the fixed big expenses.
$72,000 in profit for 6 weeks of selling.
A lot of people will ask, so you do self-serve stands? I say yes. And they're like, how does that work? Do people actually pay? The thing is, if you talk to your family members or your friends, most people are honest people and would pay. So obviously some does get stolen, but it would be costing a lot more to hire somebody to stand at all 10 stands all day for those 6 weeks. Like you'd be spending $40,000, $50,000 in labor, like paying somebody to stand there when you can do it self-serve and still make good money at it. So it's just the way that we decided to run this business and it's working out well.
Self-serve wasn't just convenient. It was the key to everything.
It's a bit of a challenge. A lot of people don't necessarily want something on their property, which I understand, but literally we just have to go to the door or track down the owner. So there was one place that we started at last year and there was no house on the property. It was a great little spot to turn around and it was just a random little lot, open lot on a busy road. But there was a billboard on it that was advertising, and they said, if you want to advertise here, call the number. So we call the number on the billboard, say, hey, we don't want to advertise on the billboard, but would you be interested in renting the lot for selling pumpkins for the season? And it goes from there. So thankfully, those people did say yes. They were quite happy with it. But most of the time, when you just approach someone, you go to the business, you go to the house, like you knock on the door, try to explain what you're doing, who you are, what you want. Most people, even if you're offering them some money for it, will say no, just because it's just an easier thing to say no to. But what I've learned is that you got to keep on trying. You got to keep on finding more locations, find more people, because eventually someone's going to say yes. So eventually we found one person on a great road, set up a stand at his property, and he happened to have two other properties that were also set up on. You just keep on trying. You keep on finding it. You're going to get 10 no's before you get a yes, but that one yes could be worth $12,000, $14,000. So you got to keep on at it.
6 weeks of rent, $300. 6 weeks of selling, $14,000 in revenue. The math was undeniable.
Yeah, I'm in growth mode. There's another road around here that I'm definitely targeting. If we could have all of our stands make $10,000, $12,000, then that would be great. But yeah, we're definitely in growth mode looking for more bigger stands.
To this day, Joel's still expanding, still finding new roads, and selling out every Halloween.
Since we live on a back road and there's not a whole lot nearby us, it's hard to have a summer job. So when we were growing up, my sisters and I were growing up, we just grew pumpkins and that was our summer job. And then the fall time we sold them and that was what kept us busy. Started that way. And then over the past, I guess that's 15 years ago now, I'm 23. And then probably in the past 3 or 4 years, we've really expanded and put up more stands and made it a bit of a bigger business now.
From a young kid with just a quarter acre to a 23-year-old with a thriving farm stand empire, Joel just didn't grow pumpkins. He reimagined an entire business model. If you enjoyed this video and you want to listen to the full video with Joel, you can check it out using the link below. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be nice, be thankful, and do the work.